Hey, you'll probably will notice some minor issues. Please go ahead and ignore those. I'm sorry about that. Those won't be there for the next episode. I promise you. I'll give you a little check of approval, a little check stamp for me right there. Go ahead and enjoy this episode, and thank you very much for watching. Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of our podcast, Matt and Luke Podcast. Still looking for a name. I'm your host, Lucas, with my co-host,
Matthew.
Yay, we're here and we're all these things. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a plethora of different things today. First, we're going to talk about video games. Now, I want
As
to
always.
yes, as always. I want to talk about Cuphead. This is the indie game that blew my mind the first time I saw it, 2014 on E3 when I saw the trailer. Or
2015.
there you go. Thank you.
It's your favorite indie
Thank
game.
you.
You even came
Thank
out.
you, beautiful co-host. Okay. Yeah, no. So I was mad about it. So the game is a 1930s, 1940s styled cartoon. Do you remember how those cartoons look like? They looked all like
Black and white.
yeah,
Kind
but
of
this one
2D.
has color. Well, actually, this one has both. It's pretty. It's really really good. Everybody's super excited for it. I am. It's a platformer. It's a shooter. It's also co-op. So maybe later in the future
It's a
we can.
shooter?
Yeah, well, it's
That's considered a shooter?
like a Mega Man.
So
Like
then does that mean like the Kirby side scrollers are considered shooters as well?
no. Well, I mean,
Because I
unless you
mean there's some power-ups that Kirby can get, and
yeah,
he starts to shoot projectiles.
yeah. I guess you're right. I guess Kirby can be considered on the same
I
level
don't
as
think it
Call
can
of
be
Duty Modern
considered a
Warfare.
shooter. Oh my God.
No, but this is very for me and very anticipated game, and I was super excited, and I thought this was coming late 2016. It just says 2016 on their website and on their Twitter, but now as of recent events, the CEO of the company said, "Nah, we're gonna push it back, and it's gonna be available mid 2017 on Xbox One and Steam." And I was pissed. I was like, I need this game today, right?
I feel like the further they push back this game, the more it starts to become forgettable. Because when I first saw it at E3, I thought it was a pretty interesting concept. You know how it looks like an old Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
TV show kind of thing. And then I considered getting it, but then they went really silent about the video game for about a year, and then now they're pushing it back like another 3 4 months. So I feel like every time they're pushing it back, it becomes a little bit more forgettable, especially because it's an indie game. If it was a like an upcoming sequel, kind of
Yeah,
like
like
how
a
we had that,
triple A titles, of course.
yeah,
No,
like when
no
we
one's
had the
gonna.
discussion about Super Smash Bros. Brawl, like
Yeah.
they can push that game back fucking like 20, 30, 40 times, and there's still gonna be the same amount of people that buy
Hmm.
it. The same could be said about the Zelda game that was pushed back as well. Um, but this is an indie game, and it's like it doesn't even have like an established community yet. Like it doesn't have like an established or loyal
Yeah, like well,
audience.
it does, but not. It's not well established. Like there is some following on their Twitter, and people are following. And the only reason I'm pretty sure this came out, like it's news for them, and everybody heard it again because of the pushback. But like between the months that it's going to be pushed back, yeah, people are gonna forget about it and be like, what, wait, what? Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
just like,
and I'm all for a game being ready when it comes out, but I think I think it's just really important that when a company has a like their first title coming out, I would think it's really important that you get it on the mark. Like
yeah,
don't try to say that the game is going to come out earlier than what you really think it is going to be,
yeah.
because
This also happened with Final Fantasy, the new one that's coming out. It was in development for like 10 years, and then they're like, oh, it's gonna come out on X date, which is sometime this fall, and they pushed it back 2 months. But I mean, no one's ever gonna forget about Final Fantasy because it's Final Fantasy.
there was
Like,
that not or was it Duke Nukem? The one that
Which
was
one?
there was making that game for like 10, 11 years. It kept getting pushed back. And when it finally came out, like it was garbage. And I think the developers had even confessed themselves that like they kind of just gave up about halfway through
Damn.
because I mean, if you think about it, if you keep delaying things, especially by time units of years, whatever you're making is gonna be outdated by the time it comes out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're like constantly like scrapping and then updating and then scrapping and then updating and then scrapping and then updating. It's like you're never gonna get to like a finished product that's up to date with everything else.
Yeah, I
But
totally agree
we
with
should
you.
watch the trailer
You want to
for
go ahead and do
Cuphead.
that? All right.
Hmm.
So this Cuphead trailer E3 2015. Ready, set, go.
Mugman.
Yeah, so it's like
Wait.
co-op. That's
Oh
Cuphead.
yeah, this is starting to have flashbacks for me.
I love the art style and the music too. Like, look at it. It's a carrot. You're shooting at a carrot. Look at that. Like, it looks like Popeye. Like old style, like cartoons like that.
This also kind of reminds me of Donkey Kong Country, like
Oh, okay.
the older ones.
Uh huh.
But this also reminds me. This reminds me of that creepy pasta.
Lady. That's my favorite. Don't deal with the devil. So it's like your basic, like, him coming 1936 plus 80 years. All right, you see, it's supposed to come out in 2016, but they pushed
Oh,
it back.
okay, yeah, I remember
Oh
that.
my gosh, I'm so annoyed. I want to play it so bad. I'm it's so tantalizingly close. I really, really want to play it. It looks so fun.
No, that
Uh,
reminds me of that creepy pasta story about Mickey Mouse. Did you ever?
oh,
I mean, now would
Suicide
be such an
Mouse or
appropriate
something.
time to talk about it since it's the Halloween. It's the spoopy
Spoops,
month.
it's the spoopy month. Was it the
So
Suicide Mouse?
basically, huh?
Was it the Suicide Mouse creepypasta, that one?
Yes, I think so. Where like he's like walking on a sidewalk and then it starts to slowly distort into like all directions, like directions that humans cannot even like understand themselves.
Hmm.
And then people start to want to commit suicide, like the most basic kind of creepy pasta really. But
I remember I was
I
watching that video like in middle school. Like it was a very old video.
oh, you watched it?
Yeah, like I've
Did
seen
you
it.
want to commit suicide?
No, I did not. Although I was kind of scared. It was like, remember those chain texts, send to 10 of your friends or some lady's gonna fuck you in the middle of the night and just gonna take away your
Those
soul.
things would stress me out so much.
Especially
Um,
the one with the scary pictures and the sounds. That's when I was like, is this real?
so what about the Little Nightmares games that you were?
Oh man, that Little Nightmares game. It's by Bandai Namco and Tracer Studios. It looks so good. It's another platforming game. This looks really good. I remember hearing something, not something about like a Tim Burton style like game coming out, but I don't know who it was or who it was by or what it was going to be. And then I saw it on PewDiePie's channel and I watched the video because it looked interesting. I don't normally watch PewDiePie, but this one really like caught my eye. It's super interesting. It's like you're this like little girl in a raincoat, and it's like a puzzling kind of nightmarish game.
Does it have any resemblance to Limbo?
No, no, not at all. Not really. Mm-mm.
Because I
Like
mean,
li-
I would be able to describe it as a Tim Burton kind of style game. And for you guys that don't know what Limbo is that side scroller kind of puzzle game where the little boy is trying to find his sister,
yeah,
and he's actually, I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be a secret. I think it's immediately implied that you're in limbo, you know, hence the title Limbo.
yeah.
But it is a kind of very dark game, and I was very shocked about. the ways that you can die in the game because you do play a little boy. I mean, this boy's like what, 12,
Hmm.
13,
I actually
and
never played the game.
I
I
played
but
a little bit of it, and
hmm.
you can fall into spikes and get impaled, or you can get like thrusted by a spider leg,
Yeah, I
or
heard it
like
was pretty gruesome for a little boy.
yeah,
Like,
I know. I was very shocked.
um, no, well, that company, I forgot the name of the company. That company made Insider, which was supposed to be the spiritual successor to Limbo. Have you ever played Insider or the Inside or
No.
something like that? Well, it's like again, it's like a little boy, and with pigs and worms, and I don't know. I never really paid attention to it. But I heard it was really good. All right, it's like this company made two great games in succession, and they should keep on going. Honestly, this backs my indie game theory, or not theory, but like um, I don't know what you call it, thing. You know that indie game companies are 100 times better than AAA titles because they put so much love. But yeah, do you want to watch the trailer to Little Nightmares so you can get a
Yeah,
better
let's
understanding?
watch it.
Okay,
Because I haven't seen anything about this.
it's really good. It looks really nice. Okay, you ready? And go.
Is that kind of the equivalence of an amnesia monster that's just chasing you around?
Yeah, have you
I
played
see a
Amnesia?
lot of resemblance
Yeah,
in amnesia and then this game right here.
yeah, cause of the pig guy and this guy
Well,
and
also,
the
so I don't know if you noticed, but in the title, Little Nightmares, the shape of her head and then what was around her head kind of made an eyeball.
yeah, it does.
So to me, that implies that there's going to be some kind of like stealth mechanic in the game where you're going to be unseen if you're like in the shadows, if you're behind something,
Hmm.
and then if you are seen by something, you know, like a little like eyeball comes out to let you know that you're like in danger. And I think Amnesia did something similar to that.
Really? I never played the game. Didn't you play it a little bit?
I think I played like I think I forced my friend to play like the first 20 minutes of
Guess you
it.
didn't want
Because
to play.
yeah, none of us wanted to play. It was one of those games that I've been wanting to play for like years and I never got to it because it's kind of expensive. And
Hmm.
then I was also very scared because I mean I heard that that was like one of the most horrifying games that's out there, which I think is kind of debatable. If you ask me, I think
Well,
one of the
of the time, because it come out like 2010 or something, 2011, something
well,
like
I mean,
that.
even the game that I was gonna say that I think is pretty scary is Fatal Frame. I think
Oh,
I told you
that
about this in the
game's
past.
always talked about with
Yeah,
the
because
little
it does
girl
something
taking
so
pictures.
interesting, something where you're kind of forced to look at the monsters, or you're forced to put your view of point in a position that you don't want to be looking at, you know, because you have a camera, and
Hmm.
that's how you fight. Like that's how you defend yourself against the ghosts or the spirits or the demons or whatever.
Yeah.
And that game has some like there. I want to say there's about three sequels, and that
Really? I
game
thought
has
it was
some
just the one.
intense. No, there's Fatal Frame 1, 2, and I think there's a third one.
Wow.
But this looks like this game, Little Nightmares, looks like something that I would play.
Yeah, it looks really good. It debuted at Gamescom this year. Um, but there was a demo that they got PewDiePie to play. Obviously, it was for major PR reasons that because whatever he plays, a bunch of other people play it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like that's pretty cool. But yeah, it'll come out on PlayStation, Xbox, and
Xbox One.
Steam. Yeah, in spring 2017. So we get Cuphead and we get this one in the middle
I
of
think I would
2017.
rather get this one.
You think so? Yeah, this one looks really
Just because
good.
this looks more like I could definitely tell that there's gonna be some kind of like darker story. Like there's gonna be like darker tones in the back that are not immediately told to the player.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I'm hoping for that
Hmm.
because I think that's the most interesting kind of way to tell a story. Like to have it slowly implied here and there, like through Easter eggs or through like some lore, kind of like the way like Dark Souls does it.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so much layers and depth to Dark Souls, but it's not immediately told to the player.
Yeah, it's even even that. I think it's hidden from the
I
player.
mean,
You have to go look for it.
it's basically like a giant onion. Like there's just so many layers.
Like an
The
ogre.
onion, yeah. What's the onion knight?
Oh, Katarina. Oh man, that set's awesome. I love him and the armor set. Both games.
Wait,
And
his name is Katarina.
no, his name is in the first game. His name is Sigmire of Katarina, and he has a daughter. His name Poop Pants or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember her name. But so the quest line, you find him. You're supposed to help his daughter, and then he goes insane. Right? Everybody dies in Dark Souls. The end. But in the second one, I mean, in the third one, he does come out in the second one, but as an invader, as a dark invader. His set does come out, but in the third one, there's an actual NPC, and I forgot
Yeah,
what
so
his name
this is
was.
the interest. Like, I feel like no one had the unique experience that I did in Dark Souls 3 when I came across that onion dude.
Yeah.
Because so I didn't finish the first one,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't know anything about him. Like the only thing that I knew about the onion knight, the onion knight, is that he sits on the ledge, or he's next to that tower, and he's like, hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. And then, you would always talk about him. You were always like favorite NPCs, like he's badass, blah blah blah. So when I saw him in the third one, I was like, hey, like that's that guy that Lucas always talks about. And I was like, I should help him out, or I should try to do his like side quest or something. Like maybe he'll give me his armor set. I don't know. I mean, not that I would even want to wear it because I was a mage. And like I always played mages, so I
It's
can't
pretty
I
heavy
mean,
set, yeah.
yeah, I can't wear anything that's like heavy armor.
Just naked.
But anyways, so I was helping him out. I was in that part of the game of Dark Souls 3, and I guess this could be spoilers for people that haven't played Dark Souls 3. But I was in that part of the room. You're in a cathedral, and there's those trolls, those like ginormous humanoid trolls, and I think they're blind. And you have to raise this wall, but it also acts as a bridge. So you raise it, and he's like, "Oh, like there's some treasure over there, but I don't know how to get there." So then you raise the wall, and you're walking along the wall, and then he lowers it down. He's like, "Fuck you! Like you thought you were gonna take my treasure, you bitch! Like backstabbing whore! Like enjoy those trolls or whatever." And then it was funny because so I was already shocked that that even happened because I was like, what the hell? Like Lucas lied to me. Like this guy was supposed to be nice or whatever, and now he's trying to kill me. So that was already a shock to me. And
Well, the
then
thing was, he's not the same guy as in the first ones. They're two different people, but they are Onion
they
Knights,
wear
and
the
they
same armor.
yeah, they wear the same armor. They're not. I think it was the same voice actor even, but they're not the same guys. To tell you that.
Well, I was gonna say it was even funnier because when he tried to lower me down, like I had already killed the trolls, and there's even special dialogue for that.
Oh.
He was like, wait, where are they? Why aren't they here? Blah blah blah. And then I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I thought that was a nice little detail that the developers threw in there. They considered like the chance that the player had already killed the trolls, and then the onion dude tries to kill you. Um, it's probably a good thing that I killed them. I probably would have died because I can't run for shit as a mage. I had like no stamina, or what was it, endurance?
Yeah,
That
the green bar, the stamina bar.
Yeah. But anyways, speaking of endurance, somehow this spaceship blowing up is
Uh,
related to endurance.
Good
And I
segue.
don't know how, but
Oh
we'll just say
man. So
relationship.
for the people that don't know about the SpaceX Falcon, blah blah blah. In the beginning of the month or August, when was it? I don't remember, but it exploded, and there's all these first everyone was concerned, like, oh my gosh, like, is everyone okay? But there was no one in the spaceship. It was like a satellite spaceship that was supposed to like take up information. I don't know, some random crap. But the one that really interested me was that there was a conspiracy theory following it, on why it exploded. And that conspiracy theory is two, but there's one I really want to talk about. It's either aliens or there was a rival space another space team, I think, right across from
To
this
be brutally
facility.
honest, I
What?
think the spaceship blowing up by aliens is a lot more likely than a rivalry spaceship company trying to sabotage. Like that just sounds ridiculous.
I don't
Like that
know.
sounds like some kind of like Star Wars background lore, like that is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. So do you
And
want
how would
to?
you even get away with that? That's like
I
I
don't
feel like that's
know.
what the
They're
audience is not even like the audience of the people that made up all the conspiracies and stuff. Like, how do you get away with shooting something massive enough to blow up a spaceship and not get caught? Like, that is
Well, these
absolutely
are some
ridiculous.
these are some government companies, and these are some companies that have a lot of money, obviously, because they're fucking building spaceships to go into space. But that conspiracy theory, I don't know. I really don't know. There's just like why it blew up, because I think they said that there was nothing wrong with it. It just blew up, or obviously there was something wrong because it blew up. But there's like a little like phenomenon going across the screen, captured by a camera facing the launch, recording the launch, which was supposed to go successful, but it didn't because it blew up. Do you want to
Yeah,
go
we can
ahead and
watch like the first minute or so, but
here,
for,
like, yeah,
for those of you that really want to see this magical
yeah.
object that Lucas is talking about, I would suggest looking up the video on your own.
I'll
And
put all the stuff we're talking about in the link dump.
yeah, and
So
on
if you
the
want to,
settings, slow it down so that it goes to 0.25
yeah,
instead
make
of
sure
just
you,
regular speed.
yeah, you're watching it on the desktop
And you
on your
should
computer.
see something. I mean, I do admit, I mean, I do see a little tiny object around 8 or 9 seconds around at the tip
Mm-hmm.
of the rocket, but I mean, we'll discuss that after we watch the video.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Oh,
So
wait a
everything's
second.
fine right
Wait.
now.
So yeah, everything's fine. Blah de blah. Let me go ahead and skip to, because I think I have it. I already have it at 1.25. So I mean 0.25. Let me go ahead and skip to where it's about to explode, because it's just
Oh, it
super
already
slow.
exploded for me.
Here, look, bam! Look at that. Look at all that mess. And it even explodes a second time when the top falls over. Did you see that? It explodes, the initial explosion, and then when the top falls over, it explodes on the ground. And it's just huge,
Well,
massive
yeah, I
mess.
mean that's the way rockets work. They have the initial fuel that's used to like get it off of the ground, and then they have a second one, and they have a third one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how rockets work. That's why,
Um,
like, I don't know if you ever, I mean, I've seen like a handful of rocket explosion videos, but it usually happens in like segments. You see like one segment explode, and then you see another one explode, and then you see another one explode.
yeah, I'm watching later on the video. There's this huge, massive fireball at the end. So I'm pretty sure that was like the third one or something. Wow, this is just a complete mess, and all the birds are flying away, and they don't want to be
What
chicken.
birds? Like,
There were
if
some
there was,
birds in the video,
oh
like
yeah. Well, I mean,
actual
I guess they're a
birds.
lot closer than they're a lot
Um,
closer to the camera than the rocket. But I'm pretty sure if there was any nearby birds, they would
they
be
would
like
probably
vaporized.
died. So, uh, so the whole spacecraft was engulfed in seconds. It was supposed to, it was like a $2 million. Okay, so I'm reading away. It's $2 million communications satellite that was specifically designed to bring internet to Africa, which is pretty cool. Oh, that was a Facebook thing. Did you hear about that? Oh, we're talking about that right now. But uh the creators were baffled by the turn of events. A new theory has emerged that could provide answers. Um, There was alien hunters, Martian researchers, and non-believers have flocked to the video in order to state their opinions on what the mysterious object might be. So, what do you think it was? I think it's an actual something of significance. What do you think it is? Like
As to
just
why
some
it blew
random
up,
thing? No. Like we okay. I don't know why it blew up. It blew up because it blew up. But on why do you think? Well, what do you think that thing was? That flew by super fast, and as soon as it passed the tip of the spaceship, it immediately exploded.
I just think it was like video feedback error.
You think so?
Yes, or you know, I feel like a lot of people think that whatever you see like on a camera, like something so tiny, that means that it has to be there. Like I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not a master, I'm not an expert at cameras, but I mean, I do know that whenever you're recording something from a distance and you don't have the best camera, like there's gonna be some video feedback that doesn't really make sense, and it could easily just be that. Like I'm not from what I saw when I saw down the video, I'm convinced that that was anything like significant. I mean, it's very possible that what you see that flew away, that could have been after the rocket had exploded. Like that could have been a piece of the metal that
Mm-hmm.
just flew away. Though I will like I'm looking at the little circle because I'm looking at the little circle on the thumbnail of the video
Yeah,
that's
but
supposed to point.
it's like another. It's coming from the right side of the shot, continuing on, passes the tip of the rocket, explodes as soon as it passes it, and exits the shot at an incredibly fast speed.
So you're
No,
thinking that
nothing
it
which a
like
bird
this
can
is,
come.
for instance, it could just be like a rock or a boulder or whatever, and it like went through the rocket
No, not
when.
necessarily. It didn't look like it went through the rocket. It looked like it passed it. But I don't think it's like a rock or anything because I don't think a rock can go up. It goes from top to middle a little bit and then up again.
So then what
Um,
would you think it was?
aliens, man, aliens. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
Aliens are coming to Earth, and they're destroying our spaceships. And well, the
No,
other,
the real is they don't want people in Africa to have internet.
ah,
Like
that sucks. No one wants to be
that's
on
that's
Facebook.
clearly the fucking mission.
No, but like the other thing was the company the company suspected the other company was trying to sabotage, and they wanted to investigate, but since that was illegal, the FBI came, the government came and actually investigated. Obviously, they didn't find anything, of course, but the company that had the SpaceX explosion was looking very skeptical about the other company. It was funny because they're down the road of each other. That was the other thing. They're down the road. Their facilities are down the road of each other. And I thought that was also funny too. It might be like a drone or something, like some kind of space drone that can go a million bajillion miles an hour. And I'm pretty sure they're
And
only
what,
can.
like shot a laser at it?
I don't
Like
know. I don't know how delicate these things are, where you can just instantly blow up something because these have a lot of fuel, and I'm pretty
like
sure.
I will admit that it's very fun to have all like the conspiracy stuff. I mean I'm a big sucker for that too. I would always spend so much time reading like about conspiracy theories, like
Mhm.
how if you fold a dollar bill a certain way, like it says fuck you or
Illuminati.
something.
It says "fuck you."
Um, so yeah, like I'm a big sucker for all of that and I enjoy it. But this one, I feel like people are
A
really
little
like
stretching.
reaching for straws. Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
what no, what's the that's something I always fuck up the analogies. Grasping for
There
straws,
you
there you
go,
go.
reaching for straws.
I mean, same thing. Like when you
Yeah.
reach for a straw, it's a lot of work. But
Okay.
um, I'm not totally convinced about what I see.
No,
That this
it
is
was pretty interesting. I was pretty
hmm,
excited about all that. I
speaking
mean,
of
not
like
excited, but
space stuff. I did see something on Tumblr,
oh,
um, where I think NASA has this thing where they have like a 24/7 broadcast of like just like Earth.
Yeah, that's on YouTube, and a lot of people watch it. It's pretty funny. It's just
Yeah,
nothing,
so well,
and
I
like
mean
6,000 people
that's
watch
pretty
it.
interesting. Like I would fucking watch that too. I mean, I wouldn't watch it like all day.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. It's like a lot of people. Yeah, okay,
Well, anyways, so I don't know if it was the one that's on YouTube or if it's some other broadcast.
okay.
There's like some, and this one is a lot more interesting than this. Uh, and maybe you can put the link in the description once you finally upload it.
Uh huh.
But this one's a lot more interesting because you see like that's just there, you know, rotating, doing its thing, and then on the like way above the atmosphere, you see this like circle kind of donut thing that's just like floating.
Oh yeah, and it's coming up. I totally saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was super. My dad. I showed it to my dad. You know what he fucking said? He said, "Oh, that's space garbage," and I was just like, "What? What are you talking about?" He was
Well,
like,
okay, you know what? I mean, you're dead wrong because like there is such a thing as space garbage. I don't know if you know what that is, but basically what
"No."
space garbage is like there's so much like shit that's just flying around Earth, like all the satellites
Yeah.
that if they ever like for whatever reason it were like a piece of the satellite like falls off or whatever, or if a spaceship kind of I want to say I don't know if a spaceship or if a satellite has ever exploded far enough from Earth to the point that it would start rotating.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
other
not,
than
oh
it
my
would like
God,
fall
not
down too.
rotating, orbiting,
Or
Jesus Christ.
you're the
um,
comp sci major here. You should know all the big
no,
words.
it's funnier because I used to be astronomy. So,
Oh yeah. All right.
but anyways, so basically that's what space garbage is, and that is a real thing. But
But
that did not
booties.
like that had a like a very clean shape. You know, it had a very clean and precise shape. Like it was like almost like a perfect circle. So like I mean when I you can't like you can't immediately throw out the possibility of space garbage, but if you were to look at it like you know those podcasts right now and you decide to take a look at the video,
Mm-hmm.
you I would say that you would be very inclined to say that it's not space garbage because it's just like it's a
Yeah, it's
very
it's
clean
like a
shape.
green, right? It's like a green thing
Yeah, it's
coming
also
over the
kind of green
horizon.
too.
It looks like a, it looks like a colony of like different alien glubs coming over the earth trying to attack it. Like it looks super interesting, and I was like, and the funny thing about that, well, it was funny, but it was the interesting about that was I was reading that the live stream cut off.
Yeah, no, I was about to say that. So apparently they had also oh I don't know about that. I think it's very easy to say that you know oh like the live stream was cut off even though it didn't really happen because I mean I wouldn't know because I wasn't really watching the live stream.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
I
just
think
saw
it's
the video
very
about it, but it is just like
that was
it.
also the interesting part that apparently you know it like cut off. Um, they had also did something similar um during the whole like 2012 apocalypse thing.
Oh my god.
So I used to like really look into this. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
always said I was very into conspiracies and stuff. So um, there is this planet that was known as like Planet X.
Oh
And
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
part
I
of the
heard about this.
conspiracy. This is not like fact or anything before
Yeah.
anyone starts like, you know, yeah, screaming at me. So whatever. This is all like conspiracy, garbage, whatever. So there apparently there is this planet called like Planet X, or some people would call it Nibiru, and
Naboo from Star Wars.
that is Nibiru. Like that's what it's
Nibiru.
called.
Damn
So
it. So close to Naboo. And then?
so they were saying that I mean part of the conspiracy was saying that there's this planet that kind of it it orbits the sun uh like it orbits the sun and it's like its orbit is a lot bigger than I think like Neptune's, but it's not as big as like Pluto's.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently it goes it's very fast, but it only comes every like so many thousands of years or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
And people were saying that like that's how the asteroid belt was created, which is wrong. The
The
asteroid belt
Milky Way you
was,
talking about?
oh my God,
Or
Lucas. Okay,
things?
you need to take. Did you just call the asteroid belt holy? And like I whenever I watch a movie or I watch a reality and they say something that's like astronomy related and they like
Uh-huh.
horribly get it wrong, I always think I'm like, don't they teach you stuff? Like, don't they teach you this stuff like in elementary school? Like, how can anyone get this wrong? And then I always
Well,
think
that the
like
thing is,
maybe
elementary school is 10 million years ago.
no, but I always think I was like maybe I don't get it wrong, passion of mine,
Yeah.
but still. And then you just kind of proved me like, or you didn't prove me wrong or anything, but you gave me my answer. Like, clearly, people just don't know shit about astronomy. No, okay, the asteroid belt is not the Milky Way. Holy shit. The Milky Way is our galaxy.
It's a
The
chocolate bar.
asteroid
It's very
belt is
good.
between Mars and Jupiter.
Mars bars.
So,
Oh, okay. Okay,
so
I knew
the
about that. I knew there was a cutoff between the planets, but I thought it was called something. You
it
know,
was it's the asteroid belt.
that's it. There's no scientific magical name like unicorn penis or something like that.
No, I
Oh,
mean, okay, well, it's not like that's a very fucking scientific name, anyways. Whatever. So what the way the asteroid belt was actually made was when our solar system was being formed. Like there was
crap.
a lot of like rocks that were not made from they were not made like into the planets or like the planetesimals that we see. Um, so they were just kind of like leftovers, basically. They're
Hmm.
like leftovers of the pre-solar system that wasn't made into a planet. Um, anyway, so that's actually what the asteroid belt. So, but people were saying that no, the asteroid belt was actually a planet, and Planet X smashed into it, and it like blew up and fucking got destroyed, and then it
Oh, this is
became
the
the
one of the
asteroid
theories they were
belt.
saying.
Huh?
This was one of the theories they were saying.
Yeah, which fucking like 14 or 16-year-old me was like, wow, like maybe
Wow.
that could have actually happened. But then I actually went to college and I had my first astronomy course, and I'm like, okay,
Totally
that
no.
that would never fucking happen. Anyways, so Planet X smashed into a planet,
Uh huh.
made the asteroid belt.
Made
It went
babies.
off into its orbit and said bye to the solar system. And then in 2012, that's when apparently it was supposed to come back.
Oh, and this was destroy the Earth.
Yeah, and it was like it was gonna be like a hit on collision with Earth. And the interesting thing was, oh look, what a fucking coincidence. So people were saying there's a lot of people that were like, oh my conspiracy is different from all the other conspiracies because you can actually prove it. And what people were doing was they were taking their fucking cameras and they were pointing it at the sun, and they were like, see, look, the sun is right there, and you could see a red circle right under the sun. That's Planet X, or that's Planet Nibiru, and it's coming on a hit on collision for us, or blah blah blah. But like people didn't understand how a camera works or fucking like anything. So what they were actually seeing was just like the sun reflecting like off of, I think, like the camera lens, and they
Oh,
make kind of like, how like when you have a camera or you have a phone and you point it almost directly at the sun but not really, and it makes all those little circles.
oh, the sunspots or something like that.
Yes, that's what it fucking was.
Are you
But
serious?
people
No way that
people
they,
were
they thought
like,
of that.
oh my god, no, like it's right there, like you can see it, like I'm taking a picture of it, like that's real.
I'm
And it's
right.
like,
The camera said so.
so, and that was what I was trying to argue with this video with the rocket, how like just because you see something that's there, like it doesn't automatically mean that it's there. I mean, there's such a thing
Ooh,
as like,
spoopy. Going back to spoopy
oh
things.
my
Just
god.
because you see something, it's not
We're
actually
okay,
there,
we're ending this
kids.
pod. Bye everyone. We're ending the podcast. Like,
All right. Well, I guess we'll go
actually
ahead
we
and.
should be wrapping it up
Yeah,
anyways.
we should wrap it up. Well, actually, one last thing I wanted to talk about was going back on the 2012 conspiracy theory that the world was going to end. I never thought that the space or the Planet X you were talking about ever had to do anything with 2012. I immediately just plugged Mayan calendar, that all that stuff like, oh, the Mayan calendar ended, so the world's gonna end. Ha, ha, ha. And after that, I didn't go any further into it. So when was this? 2012-year-old me. I don't remember what age I was. I was like, oh, the world's gonna end because the Mayan calendar said so, and the world is
No,
based off of the Mayan
you don't
calendar.
remember what we played Mario Party that night. That night that the world was supposed to end.
We
We
played Mario.
played.
Dude, that sounds like a good movie. That night the world was supposed to end, we were playing
No, look,
Mario
I even
Party.
remember. I was like, look, we're just gonna play Mario Party, and then like, if the world ends, well, I mean, at least we fucking
We
played
ended with
Mario
Mario
Party, and then
Party.
and
Was
then
it a
we
good
fell
one though?
asleep. We literally fell finished the game. We fell asleep, and I woke up to your dad calling you, and
Oh
then
yeah.
you're like, oh shit, like I gotta go home, and then I was like, hey, well, the
We
world
made
didn't end. We're still here,
it.
like.
We made it. Dude, what if we slept through the world ending and then the time that we were sleeping it came up? All right. We're going to end this podcast right here. Thank you everyone so much for watching. You want to go ahead and plug yourself? Oh, you can follow Matthew on
Yeah, you
Instagram
guys can follow me on
at
Instagram.
at cryoslid.com or .com, just
Oh
at
my god, yeah, that's
cryoslid on
actually my website.
Instagram. I'll go ahead and do you want to put your Tumblr in there too or no?
Um,
All right, we'll
I'll put my, you know what? We can make a challenge for the audience. Like,
okay. Ooh.
if your channel gets to like 30 subscriptions, then I'll throw in my.
Oh, there you go. You get to see his very sexy photos of
Yeah, I have a
RuPaul.
lot
Okay.
of nudes there.
I have a lot of nudes, so if you want to see nudes, you can go ahead and follow his Instagram. I mean, his Tumblr, but
Tumblr, which I will put up
only
in
if we reach
yeah,
30,000 subscribers or
30 million.
30 million. Yeah, there you go, 30 million. So thank you for all for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you.
Bye.